Welcome to another episode of Mojave River Valley News. This is our candidate series. And again, we're out here at the Hesperia Civic Park. What a beautiful night. We have some candidates tonight we're going to be talking about from the city of Victorville, from an assembly seat, from a school board seat, to a water board seat, to a college seat. And it'd be fun to see exactly what everybody's thinking here tonight. We'll be right back with you in just a moment. We have candidate Michael Limbaugh. Now, Michael is running for the Mojave Water Agency. We get a chance to understand what the Mojave Water Agency is and why he's running for it. We'll be right back with you in just a moment. Down. Welcome back. I'm Eric Swanson. I'm here with Mike Limbaugh. Mike is running for the Mojave Water Agency. Now, you've been on there for 4 years.
4 years.
Tell the folks a little bit about yourself.
My family and I have lived in the high desert for over 37 years. We raised our family here, 2 children, both graduates of Hesperia Unified School District. I started working up in the high desert in 1991. I actually went to work for the Mojave Water Agency and was in charge of 2 projects, the Mojave Basin Project and the Mojave River Pipeline Project. And during my tenure at Mojave, we were involved with a lot of groundwater recharge projects, importation of state project water, and bringing grant money to the high desert to build those projects. The water situation in the high desert has changed significantly over the last 30 years. 1, more people live here, and 2, we've seen somewhat of a stand down in natural precipitation and snowfall in the mountains, and the availability of state project water, which I'll talk about later on in the interview, is our role with regards to us being a state water contractor.
So you've been with the agency. Now, you were with the Recreation Park District.
I also served.
How many years were you with them?
About 26 in
A
total.
long time. I knew that.
I was on the foundation, which is the non-elected appointed board. Got involved with the philanthropic work that the foundation does, and also saw how the park run and said, well, 1 meeting a month, this is a good deal to get involved with the park. We had a really good time.
Where you fit best is really from Mojave Water Agency.
Well,
because of your background.
Yeah, I would say knowledge-wise, I'm very well versed in water issues, particularly in the Mojave drainage basin.
So let's talk about this real quick, because we've got a lot of topics I want to touch.
Okay.
You are been with this organization. You've been other organizations, multi-million-dollar organizations. A lot of people just think you just get in there and make this fly. There's a lot of responsibility. How do you fit today for that? Or how will you fit for the next 4 years with Mojave Water Agency as far as
the next 4 years? As with the last 4 years serving as a director, the Mojave Water Agency has very specific mission and goals. Being one of the 29 state water contractors in California, we have roughly 90,000 acre-feet of entitlement, which we renew every year. And we're also charged with the responsibility of managing the water basin. And for those that don't know, in 2014, the whole state of California became regulated by SGMA, the State Management Groundwater Act, which guarantees now that the state makes sure that communities have sustainable water resources for now and in the future. And if you don't manage your basin correctly, they will take over your watershed.
So let's talk about this, because I think a lot of people, when they look at their ballot and they see this Mojave Water Agency, and maybe if they look at their tax bill, it's probably the only time
MWA 1 and 2.
You're the only place to actually see this.
It looks like a small amount,
Yes.
and they are pretty small amounts compared to the general tax that is levied on your property. But homeowners are not the only ones that get taxed. Businesses always get taxed. So I'll give you an example.
What is the agency? What is this? How do we?
The agency was formed by voter approval and legislative approval back in the 1960s to provide additional water resources to our area in the Mojave Basin. At that time, it didn't include Yucca Valley and Joshua Tree and that Division 2, which is down in the Morongo Basin.
So, but you do not sell water to me at my house.
No, we do not. We have been a water wholesaler.
You actually make sure it gets to Hesperia.
We are the purveyors.
We buy it from Hesperia.
Right.
We got it right?
You are right.
Okay,
we are the purveyors of the state's
water.
Yes.
The government says they own the water, and we are the gatekeepers of that water in
Well,
our area.
Let's touch on a couple of the things here real quick, because I think that a lot of folks, I mean, you're an agency and people are trying to figure out where's the money come from to run this organization?
The money comes directly from the 49,000 square miles of tax base,
Yeah.
which is largely in the Victorville area.
And that was all set up by the state?
That was all set up by the state,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
And we have 3 taxes: an ad valorem tax, which is based solely on land value. Then we have one that's based on property value, and then a combo one. So we get MWA 1 and 2, and then the ad valorem tax. Well, it's a lot of money.
Well, I think people
because property values have gone up
right,
so
people
high.
wonder, why do I want to vote for this? Why do I want to get the right people into the seat here if I don't even know what it is? So you covered, I think, very, very well.
I can add to that. As with any special district in California, I firmly believe that if you do not choose appropriate people to run those agencies and set good policies, you can get into trouble really fast, because what they implement as a special district is not complicated, but it has a special mission. Ours is groundwater sustainability and providing a resource. We are under the resources code in the state of California. So we're not an environmental agency, we're a resource agency.
Well, we got a couple more topics I want to catch for around time.
Okay.
How do you feel the next 4 years, because you've been doing this for a long time, do you work with those other 6 members or 7 of you guys on this board, which is huge, plus the city manager?
Correct. And 6 of them are all along the Mojave River Basin. One of them in the Morongo Basin, in the area around Yucca Valley. They also add to our blended family of 7. And we're generally following what's best for groundwater management. That is our focus. Also, importing of state water, we have to have money to buy water to import to all the areas.
Agency, we still got to buy it from. And what's next for Mojave Water Agency?
There are 2 things. One is the adjudication, which took place in the mid-90s, is still ongoing. When Barstow said they weren't getting their fair share of water because of the upper basin's usage, we mitigated that with the adjudication, and it's been going on for 30 years. And everybody's familiar with the word ramp down that has anything to do with water, and that's ongoing. So implementing that is important. Following the state guidelines under the SGMA, the Sustainable Management Groundwater Act, we want to make sure that we're in compliance with that. I think 2 of the biggest things that I put my worth in is, 1, importation of state project water. We have no alternative water resources. Victor Valley Reclamation, VVWRA, provides about 15,000 acre feet of treated water that goes back into the basin, but that's it for recycling water. We do not have new water resources other than the State Water Project. So importing water and then making sure that the agency has qualified, experienced, and knowledgeable staff to implement programs for understanding how we can better manage our groundwater basin. Right now, we have a staff of hydrogeologists and geologists that can be matched by no one in Southern California. Orange County, maybe, or USGS.
I tell the folks out there, why should they vote for you?
I think I bring several good characteristics that a special districts board member needs to have. 1, I'm knowledgeable of what our mission is at the Mojave Water Agency. 2, I'm very familiar with how our interaction with state policies and federal policies will help this area maintain a sustainable groundwater resource today and into the future. And I think communication is a big part of it, and letting the purveyors of our area that are responsible for delivering water to your homes understand our role and how it impacts their duty to make sure that when you turn on the faucet, the water is available.
Mike, thank you very much for sharing with us today.
We're done already?
We're done already.
Oh, hi. Let's go quick. Thank you, Mr. Swanson.
We've had a chance to sit down with some great candidates tonight. It's interesting to see how what the candidates feel that what they need to be and what they're where they're trying to aspire and what they think the city council or the school board, for the water board or whatever agency, even the trustees at the college, what everybody's thinking here. So you know what? If you haven't had a chance, please subscribe, ring the bell, and give us a thumbs up because we want to provide more of these candidate forums, these interviews to get them out to the public. Because how in the world do you find out who these folks are nowadays? It's very, very difficult. So you know what? Stay tuned. We got more coming your way, more episodes of, no matter if it's candidates or all kinds of stuff from Mojave River Valley News. We'll see you next time.
Guarantees now that the state makes sure